What's up, peeps? Today I got a quick one for you guys. So season 2 has now been out for a while, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 best class setups that you can use at the moment. And with that being said, let's jump right into this video. So first off, we're going to be talking about the best long-range gun, whether you're playing Rebirth or Caldera. And this was when I was playing Swag's tournament. I tried a bunch of guns, even the brand with the special barrel that it has, the Cooper Carbine. And at the end of the day, I just came to realize that the PKM is still the best long-range gun in the game. And now this is the class setup that I got for you guys. For the muzzle, we're going to be going with the monolithic suppressor. For the barrel, again, we want max no recoil for this gun, so we're going to go with the 26.9 extended. No laser on this one. For the optic, if you are playing Caldera, trust me, this will do a huge difference. Put on the Solo Zero NVG Enhanced. No stock on this one, no perk. For the rear grip, we are going to be going on with the rubberized grip tip, again, for that extra recoil control. And then for the underbarrel, we are going to go with the snatch grip. Now, if you are going to be playing in Rebirth, you could probably switch a couple of these up, like take the rear grip out and maybe put the tack laser and obviously change the optic for a red dot sight or something like that. But ladies and gentlemen, this class is a complete gamer. Let's go to number 2. Now, a lot of people like to ask, what is the best overall AR in the game? And to be honest, I didn't think I would be saying this, but it is for me, the Modern Warfare Kilo. Now, this one, I don't know what it is, but in Rebirth, it's happened so many times where I get absolutely beamed and in so little shots, and every time I take a look at it, it's always a Kilo. The Kilo is still just one of the best overall guns for anybody to use. Reliable, no recoil, and it still hits really hard. I know a lot of people like using the Cooper Carbine, but to be honest, in my opinion, it just feels a bit like an airsoft gun. And for the Kilo, there's nothing special for this gun. We're going to be going with the monolithic suppressor. You can actually use the tactical suppressor if you don't want that extra weight, because the tactical suppressor actually doesn't decrease any of the range. But again, we're going to go with the monolithic suppressor on this one. For the barrel, we're going to go with the Vanguard Arms 19.8. Next up, for the optic, obviously a lot of people love using the VLK on this one, and we're going to customize it. Remember, choose that reticle, and if you have it, choose the T-pose reticle. Really nice and clean. No stock, no perk, no rear grip. For the magazine, very important, remember to always run 50 round mags, because the extra 10 bullets just decreases your mobility significant. So go ahead and choose the 50 round mag. And then for the underbarrel, we're going to go with the OG Commando foregrip. Again, nothing special about this class setup, but every single time that I've gotten beamed, trust me, I would just say that the Kilo is in a really good position right now for a good overall assault rifle. Let's go into number 3. So now let's jump into the close range category, starting with the best SMG in the game right now, especially after the PPSH nerf. The well gun has risen up to the occasion. So for the first one, for the muzzle, we're going to be going with the recoil booster right here. Again, pretty essential in our Vanguard SMGs. For the barrel, we're going to keep it with the third one, which just gives you the beams on this gun, which is something that you truly need. Next up, for the optic, again, one of the most underrated optics that I don't see a lot of people using, the NIDAR Model 47, and nice and clean. Next up, for the stock, we're going to be going with the remove stock, because we also want that movement speed with this gun. Next up, for the perk, very important, one of the most overpowered perks in the game, we got gun hole all the way at the bottom. Next up, for perk 2, we're going to add a little bit of mobility to this gun, so we're going to go with the quick, which gives us sprint speed. Next up, for the rear grip, we're going to go with the last one, the fabric grip. This one also gives us mobility on our weapon, giving us aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire accuracy. Next up, for the magazine, very important as well, we're going to be using the 7.62 Gorenko mags. I like using the normal ammunition as well, but it just doesn't beam as good and doesn't feel as satisfying to kill somebody as this one. Trust me, run this mag and you will feel good. Next up, for the ammunition, again, after the nerf to the incendiary rounds, I've been using the lengthen on my SMGs, and it's been working like magic. Next up, for the last one, we're going to use the Carver foregrip, and this one, again, giving us recoil control and hip fire accuracy. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive and you don't care that much about the hip fire accuracy, then you can go with something like the Mark 6 Skeletal, which just gives you the aim down sight speed. For number 4, trust me on this one, we're going to be going back to the Black Ops PPSH. And this is, Black Ops guns are just amazing for mobility. So if you want a max mobility gun that beams and shreds people, trust me, this is the one. So let's start off with the muzzle. We're going to be going with the sound suppressor on this one. For the barrel, we're going to use the last one, the Task Force barrel. Next up, for the laser, this is the crucial part about Cold War guns. We're going to be adding the Tiger Team Spotlight. Next up, for the magazine, I love the first one, 55 round drum, because we don't lose any of the movement like we do if we added the other one. So like running that one. And then for the underbarrel, another one of the special attachments, which is the bruiser grip, which gives us movement speed, but it also gives us hip fire. And trust me, don't underestimate this PPSH. This PPSH has come back from the dead. I'm gonna make a specific video about this soon, But trust me, this one beams, moves really quick, and it is just absolutely fun to use this gun. And we are in the Vanguard stage, so I'm going to be showing you one of the best Vanguard weapons right now, and that is, again, with a weird name, the Volkssturmgewehr, all right? Or as many people like to call it, the Volk gun. And this is a very good aggressive assault rifle that I'm about to show you guys right now. So let's wipe this nice and clean, which by the way, there's a nice skin that it comes with it. For the muzzle, we're gonna go with the recoil booster, again, significantly increasing that fire rate. And again, remember, this is for an aggressive type. This gun works especially if you want to run it as a sniper support or just aggro in Rebirth. Next up for the barrel, we do want the beam, so we're gonna go with the first one, the Krausik 428mm. And then next up for the optic, again, I love using the sled reflector on this one, or like I said before, you can use the Night Arf model, whichever one you like. Next up for the stock, again, we're gonna go with the movement, so we're gonna go with the Krausnik short, which gives us hip accuracy and movement speed as well. Next up for the perk number 1, very important, this gun also does have gun ho, so we're gonna be attaching this one as well. Next up for the perk 2, I love running fully loaded as my secondary perk. And then for the rear grip, we're gonna be going with the pine tar, which is all the way at the bottom here, that also gives us hip accuracy. As you guys notice, I'm making this kind of like an aggressive, but because of that gun hole, I'm making this gun kind of like a hip fire class, and it works perfect. Next up for the magazine, I love running the 40 round mags. This one, the Gorenko 40 round mags, given the fire rate and again, just basically no recoil on this gun. Next up for the ammunition, since I am going a little bit more aggressive, I do like to throw the incendiary on here, but again, you can choose the lengthened or incendiary or whichever one you choose. Next up for the underbarrel, again, we're gonna go with another one for the hip fire, so we're gonna go with the Carver foregrip. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this gun is a complete beamer, amazing with the gun hole and the hip fire accuracy. And I know I said top 5, but just as a special one, I want to show you guys what I still believe is the best sniper of the game, the Swiss. I was using both the Kar 98 and I recently went back to the Swiss, and I love it, especially because of that ADS speed. And again, when you reload 5 bullets at a time. So again, nothing special about this class. For the muzzle, we're going to run the GRU suppressor. For the barrel, we're going to run the combat recon. This is what gives you the ADS speed. Go to laser and select the SWAT 5mm laser. And again, another one of the speed, we're gonna go with the rear grip and select that serpent wrap on this one. And then all the way to the top, we're going to go to stock, and we're going to choose the last one, the Raider stock. And this one, again, is significant. Gives you, I just feel it's so much faster. Like, you can have a fully pimped out Swiss for max bullet velocity, but just aim really, really fast. When you got that 5mm laser and the serpent wrap, you can hit quick scopes like crazy. And again, this is just become my all-time favorite gun. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What is your favorite gun to use at the moment? Pop it down in the comment section. Peace out, everybody. And I'll see you all in the next one.